Now we continue with part 2, arid zone. Arid zone is characterized by high temperature and low rainfall. The arid regions rise in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra. The temperature is as high as 50 degrees in summer. जहाँ गर्म होता है, जहाँ ज़्यादा धूप होती है, this type of zone is known as arid zone. And that type of zone where Gujarat, Rajasthan, etc. states come in it. Now, climate and adaptations of animal. A climate has profound effects on all living organism. Adaptation can be defined as a modification of all living organism on its parts in order to make it more fit for the survival under the changed environmental condition, or we can say that the adjustment shown in the structure, psychology, the behavior, etc. of an organism to a changed environmental condition is referred to an adaptation. Animal living in very cold climate and very hot climate should have special features to protect themselves from heat and cold. What is adaptation? According to the temperature, the living organism starts to adjust in that environment, then it is called adaptation. And each and every living organism have this adjustment behavior in their structure, then this is called an adaptations. Now, adaptation. Adaptations are of two types. One is the behavior adaptation and second is the structure adaptation. Adaptation usually occurs over a very long period of time. Now, what is behavior adaptation? Moving of an animal in a large group, it is called a behavior adaptation. जब ज़्यादा ग्रुप में जब ज़्यादा एनिमल चल पड़ते हैं, that is moving, then it is called an behavior adaptation. It helps them to protect the group members from their predator. For example, birds are called and migration. You know that in the winters, lot of birds come flying from across a large countries, far away countries, and they come to a hot place. Then this is called a behavior adaptation. And what is structural adaptation? This change in the body structure of an animal is called a structural adaptation. It helps to protect it against the cold weather. The bills on the birds, the fur on the polar bear. Though there are two types of behavior, one is the adaptation, one is the behavior adaptation, and the second is the structure adaptation. Now this is the bill on the bird. You can see the different type of the beaks that you can see. The bill tells how the bird feed, what type of food they eat. According to their bill, we can know that what type of food this bird eat. Now the polar region. The polar region is where there is too much of snow or too much of cold. The polar regions are very cold for the most part of the year, and this region is covered with snow. Larger type of the day, it's only covered with the snow. The temperature is as low as minus 37 degree. The temperature goes mostly in minus. For 6 months the sun does not rise, and other 6 months the sun does not set. In this type of condition mostly the sun does not rise, मतलब कि वहाँ सूरज उगता ही नहीं है. In under 6 months the sun does not set, और कई बार सूरज डूबता ही नहीं है. Some of the animals found in the polar regions are the polar bear, the seal, the penguin, the musk oxen, reindeers, foxes, whale, Siberian cranes, and many type of the fishes. This type of animal that stays in the polar region. What is polar bear? This is white fluffy polar bear. It looks like a teddy bear. Polar bear is a carnivorous bear whose native range is largely within the Arctic Circle. Where this polar bear stays, the polar bear generally stays in the Arctic Circle. Now the adaptation of the polar bear. They have white fur, so they are not easily visible in the snow. Why they are white in color? They are white in color so that match to the snow, so they are not easily visible. They have two layers of the fur to protect themselves from the extreme cold, because Arctic Circle it is very cold, so this fur help them or protect them from the cold. They have a layer of the fat under the skin which also protect them from the cold. There is a fat. The too much of fat in the body also help them to protect from the cold. Their paws are wide and large, which help them to walk on the snow and swim on the water. They also can swim in the water. They have strong sense of smell, which help them to catch their prey. Because they have good sense of smell, according to the smell they can catch their prey. Prey मतलब के जो खाना खाना है वो. Penguins. Penguins are aquatic, flightless bird living most exclusive in the southern hemisphere, especially in Antarctica. Where they stay? In Antarctica. Now, adaptation of penguin. They have white color body, so they are not easily visible in the snow. They have thick skin and lot of fat to protect them from the cold. The huddle together help them to warm. They have trim bodies and webbed fat which help them to swim in the water. Heavy and solid bones make penguin heavier and to help them to dive underwater for the food. Now tiger and lion, how they are adapted. Lion and tiger have thick brown skin which help them to hide easily in the forest. Why they are brown in colors? Because this brown in colors help them to hide in the forest. They have sensitive hearing and sharp eyesight which help them to protect from the predators to catch their prey. Now the elephant. The elephant have adapted to the condition of tropical rainforest in the remarkable way. The adaptation of elephant. Now elephant has long trunk which used as a nose for its picking up the food. We know that elephant have long nose and this nose help them to pick up the food. It has strong sense of smell. The tusks are modified teeth which help them to bear the bark of the tree to eat. Its large ear help them to hear even the soft sound. It also helps them to cool itself in the hot climate. They also use its trunk to pull down the fruits and the leaves from the tree to eat. Their trunks help them to eat the fruits and the leaves that are on the tree. Thank you. This is the completion of your chapter number 7.